Good morning, you guys. Cozy, rainy morning. Decided to stay upstairs. I was gonna get to some rolling before I got here, but this is a relaxed stretch class, okay? Follow as best you can. The stretches can be intense and they exert a powerful pull on your joints, ligaments, and tendons. So treat this stretch, this kind of stretch, as you would a weight training program, okay? You have to listen to your body. Oh, a couple cracks. Nice. Yeah. It was such a beautiful rainy morning. I just wanted to cozy up with my coffee and not do this. And I'm thinking, well, how many people would really miss it? But then I talked to myself. I said, this isn't for anyone but you. You have to do it. We have to. I've been noticing lately just how much pain-free range I have. And it's not asking a lot to do these stretches once a week on a Sunday morning. What else are you gonna do, right? So we're gonna just start. I'm gonna try and get in that routine of doing that basic rotation, a few of the basic ones that are really working well for me. You can give me your feedback and let me know if there's anything that we can cover together. And I'm gonna add 2 new ones today. So the first one is our basic twist. Yeah, then I was thinking of doing lats. I like that, and then some arms. So our basic rotation is legs extended. Now you're gonna feel that tightness, probably because of that hamstring workout yesterday. If you joined me, really nailed us in many different ways. And then plus on the Wednesday before that, right? We did legs, and that would have hit the and release. So what I'm doing here basically is just full extend as far as I can go here, and then I'm going to drop it to the floor. Good. And I'm going to walk it out slightly without moving my body, okay? So reach as far as you can in a full torso twist. Reach to the floor. Okay, good. And the same thing, I'm going to do one each side. So our lat pull, that's the one where we're extending one arm out front, all right? Hit that ground, apply the contraction, apply pressure, and contract the muscle group. This is your upper back and lats. Shoulders even work here. Drive it into the floor, and then I'm gonna sit my bum back and stretch that lat. Out a little bit further, drive it in, add the pressure, add the tension, and sit back with that stretch in a full contraction. Watch your joints, it's tough. Now with the same hand, let's just stay on one side, I can move it across my body a little bit further, drive it in, and move away from the point of contact of your hand. Watch the tension build up in your neck. You just make a position here that seems to fit your needs, okay? So anywhere in there, the point would be to add the contraction, add the pressure, and then move your body away. Good. Releasing tension. was chilly this morning. Now it's gonna be warm. Alrighty, other hand, extending it out front, driving it in, creating pressure that creates a contraction, and then you move away and stretch that muscle group. You should feel that under your arms, probably some tension in your shoulder. That's what you have to be careful of. Drive it in and ease back into the stretch. Good. Reposition. I'm going to take it across my body, press it in, and move away. And again, you might find a hand position anywhere here. Drive it in and pull away. And just experiment. Good. So that was our lat pull. And I wanted to do the, this is a double whammy for those lats and neck. So shake it off a little bit. Praying mantis. I'm gonna have this just in case. You could have a ball, a dumbbell, something to hold your hands apart to make the stretch more difficult. Actually, no, you don't need anything. This is just moving your elbows out. So, both hands out front, pressing your hands together, and you're going to lean okay, let's see. So, press elbows in to contract your lats, yeah. So your elbows are attached to the floor. To add that contraction, you want to actually try and scoop the floor up and pull those elbows in. You'll feel your lats contract and you're going to pull back and off of that. And one more time. Drive those elbows in and then drag them together and pull yourself back. All through your upper back. Upper back is so very difficult to target. And it's kind of important with those ones to add the resistance. I really dig it in. Gorilla. Okay, wrists, elbows, forearms. Same thing with this movement. That might be a lot for some people, or even too much, all right? So my hands are totally rotated back towards my knees, and then I'm just gonna lean back and feel that stretch all the way up through my forearm, well, my wrist area. Good, and then I am going to take the time to do the fingers. I don't know if there's anyone out there. If I have a health risk, that's predominant in my family, it's arthritis. My mother's arthritic. And I've just started noticing in my hands, I don't feel the pain, I don't feel any kind of joint discomfort, but I am starting to see those little bumps come. So for me, it's important just to keep them limber. And by pressing that finger down at the joint and pulling up on it, I can stretch each associated tendon in that forearm. Not always the best feeling, but again, if you're really paying attention, you're going just to the discomfort, not through it. You know, don't overdo. And finishing up on this finger, or this hand. So my thumb is pressing my knuckle in as I'm adding the stretch. Right there. Ah. Okay, so take your time with that. If you want to come back to it later, like later on in the day, you could just rest your hand at any point during the day on a chair, a stool, a tabletop, and stretch that out. Gorilla, here goes shark, finishing up with their upper body. So, arms crossed, and this is where I'm just going to stretch through the contraction. Now the contraction happens when you're pressing those hands together, all right? So the pressure there causes this to contract, and then I stretch through the contracted muscle, all right? And I'm gonna stay on one arm. I feel a really good progress in my shoulder joints. And so I can add a little more intensity by doing 2 stretches in a row. Again, just like weight training, you're gonna start with one exercise with lighter weight. And as you get stronger, you add more and more challenge to that group. Same with stretching. I can even hold these a lot longer now. Like at the beginning there, when we started these stretch classes, I was just a split second visiting this position, and I was like, no, out of here. Good. And then you're gonna elongate, right? So you're gonna lengthen and reach out and in. Come back in. Elongate, reach out and in. I'm gonna do one more here if you wanna join me, or rest. Good stuff. So this is where it's the same thing elongated, but in a diagonal. Lengthen that way and across. Right? Ease off if you need to, because you really do want that pressure, that contraction, to hold fairly steady, and it's very difficult to do that for a long-term period of time. And good. So this is the one where we reach to the floor and bend over and reach out and in, out and in. Starting to get real tired here for myself anyways. A little break. For this lengthening to the floor, you could be on your feet, all right? And I'm going to just reach down and and then you add the sway. This one is interesting. Just be real careful. You're taking a stretch into a movement pattern. Touching the floor. Now, I'm going to move my body away from this point. Under pressure, under tension, and move away. That's enough for me. Whew. Give that side a little break if you stayed with me. With all these maneuvers, you could go right side, left side, and then right side, left side. It just makes sense if you can to follow the flow on one side through the whole pattern. I'm wasting time. Here we go. Alrighty. Pressure, and then just draw it across. Nice stretch for your shoulders. See how your neck's affected. And press. Good. And for me, I'm going to go one more, pulling it across my body. Now I'm going to elongate out to the ceiling and back down. So I'm just taking it from upright to open up, and then directing it upwards and back down. And then I'm going to move in that diagonal, all right, across my body, up and down. Beautiful. A little rest for me. Here we go. So this is the one where we touch the floor. So let's just bring it up here and reach to the floor and back in. Reach to the floor and back in. One more for me. Wow. And then a sway. Oh my, the rest of my body wants to sway with me, but that's not the point. You're trying to just sway the shoulder joints in and out. Good, and then touch the floor. And then you're going to drive your body back up and away. That, personally, is plenty. Let's do the glute series and toe touch drill. Next week we'll go back to the a little more of the low body. All right, this should be interesting after yesterday, hey? So, there I am in my pigeon. I don't know where my music went. Okay, let's just finish up without. The rain is beautiful to listen to. All right, 10 push-ups. I'm really feeling a lot more comfort in being able to get my back leg straight out. If you're still somewhere around here, just notice, are you a little further today? Or is a little more comfortable getting into the movement, okay? Subtle, subtle changes here. All right, so there's the push-ups. And I'm driving through the contracted leg that's folded in front. My hands are barely doing a push. Good. And then I'm going to go to one arm, less support. I wanted to hold there. And changing sides. Driving that. All right, and then both if possible. Whoops. Feels nice. All right, and then we're going straight. Oh, you can rotate with this one, I forgot. I like to do the rotations for each of these stretches at the end point when that muscle is fully stretched, and to add the upper body rotation into it. Good. And we're going right into the 90-degree bend. This is the one I really can't get my leg back out straight, but that's a goal of mine, or it'll be a benchmark for me. I'll know that I'm getting somewhere when I can do that. But in the meantime, getting in the position is easier than it was at first. And there's my push-ups. This whole leg is doing the work. Now this is the one where we rotate away. So you're going to bring your hands diagonal to your body, and you're going to do the same push-up. Just notice how much help that those hands are and that support is that you're getting, okay? You might need to use a lot of support right now, but it'll get better. It will get better. So this, extending that arm out and walking it out, adding the pressure, adding the tension, and drop into that stretch. Everything comes together right here, full body stretch. Ease off, walk it out, apply the pressure, and drop. Whoa, Nelly. Give yourself a little break if you need it, and we're just gonna go over to the other side, and we're gonna finish this up. All right, you guys, that's not too bad. 20 minutes, 25 minutes on a Sunday morning. It feels good. It feels very good. All right, pigeon. There. Now, my push-ups, which are truly coming from that front leg. And one arm, less support here, more for the leg. Oh, my butt's hanging out. Keep feeling that fan. And the other hand. No support, if possible. If you need to, bring a finger out. Just make that leg do most of your work, okay? And one more for me. You do this until it feels good, or till you feel satisfied that you got the job done. Rotation. Rotation. Good. Last one. That's a 90-degree bend. Just check out from one side to the other. Oftentimes they aren't the same. Very interesting. Always interesting. Alrighty. Push-ups. Yeah. Right? With this 90-degree bend, when I'm in this position, and when I do my rotation, I'm moving away from my foot to my knee, all right? That way. You could try it both ways. I make things up all the time. And drive that upper leg. Create the tension, lengthening, shortening, stretching, and strengthening. All right, last one here. That opposite hand's gonna walk out parallel to that front leg. And I'm just going to reach as far as I can with that torso rotation. Drive it in and then drop. Ease off. See if that's affecting you anywhere else that seems unusual. Those are pulls. Your body compensates for the different movements you do daily. Oh, this one feels good. I'm gonna go one more and then we're out of here. All right, walking it out. I don't know why I need to do that. My little fingers, walking it out, slide it out and drop. Contract and drop and feel that stretch. Oh. Okay, easy back in. I'm thinking of a few people that have hip issues. All right, you gotta go real slow. Even if you just do really, really modified movements, you know, you've gotta start somewhere, all right? Well, you guys have a great day. I did my list last night, all indoor activities. And then hopefully tomorrow we'll have more sun. and fun. Enjoy. Thanks for stretching with me. I will talk to you tomorrow. Oh, I've got the boards done. I did them yesterday. I am so on top of my list. The boards are done and it's going to be a really good week. So I will post them later and I'll talk to you tomorrow.